Ain't this what they been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold. I don't say a word was on my grind, and now I got what I deserve. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished when I bought that on. Y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on like Popeye on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type of kind of men cast and grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my hands strapped on my toes. Cause dead, and I gotta make it back home. Cause my mama need that bill money, my son needs some milk.
What up, PV Nation? Welcome back to another edition of the Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show. Another one down. Listen, this is where Panther football talks back. I'm your host, Carl Mays.
And Jalen Cole. Panther Nation, it's already week 4, and we're shifting our focus to a huge matchup this week on the road against the Owls of Rice University. That's right, but before we dive into this week's prep, let's thank our proud sponsors, Mustang Cat and Houston Methodist. Your continued support powers PV Nation.
That's right, y'all. So tonight, we're going to definitely hear from Coach Tremaine Jackson on how the Panthers are preparing for Rice. And we're also excited to welcome our new head baseball coach, Coach Daniel Dulin. He's going to talk about fall ball and the future of PV baseball. Yeah. So we're definitely going to get back into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. First up, Coach Jackson joins us to break down the outlook for week 3. Coach, What's your honest opinion of last week's performance?
Yeah, you know, we didn't play well last week, but you move on, right? You live and you learn. Can't spot nobody 17 points. You do that, you're probably not going to win the game. But from that, I don't like saying lessons or losses are lessons. We lost. It just is what it was.
That's right.
But we did learn a lot. We learned a lot about ourselves. We learned a lot about our personnel. And so we're looking forward to a really good Rice team this week.
Okay, so you know what? I'll tell you what, before we go, because we're going to jump a little bit more into that before we talk about Rice, because I want to make sure I get a chance to be able to recap. Before we do that, y'all, we're going to take this quick break, and we're going to be right back.
Imagine you are her or him. Like everyone, a sprain, tear, or nagging ache can set you back. Until your expert orthopedic team at Houston Methodist uses advanced technology to personalize a treatment plan that's minimally invasive, heals your pain, and gets you back to life on your terms. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
All right, so we're back. Coach, I want to make sure we get a chance to talk. You know, last week, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. And what was your, like, from just a macro standpoint, overall looking at team, what do you think, you know, was the overall outlook that you saw from your team?
Yeah, you know, for me, we stayed on the first win too long. I kind of felt it during the week, just being quite honest. You know, Instagram will tell you a lot, right?
Yeah.
A lot of our fans, a lot of our people still talking about the game that we had already won, right? And so when you're getting a team from the Southland Conference, regardless of when they started, man, they play really good football in the Southland Conference. Those guys have been practicing for 2 years. They got a little bit more money than Prairie View A&M. They got a little bit more better facility than Prairie View A&M, which a lot of people don't like hearing that, and they're paying players. And so when you add all those things into it, you know, we knew that they had a really good football team. Ultimately, I didn't do a good job of getting them ready to play. And so getting them back focused, you know, our first game together was a big win.
Right.
And we stayed on it too long. And so I got to do a better job of getting us to move on. And that's what I mean by we learned some things about ourselves that we needed to know.
So you had that, like, delayed aspect, this carryover.
We had fans coming to the game asking to take a picture with a trophy we had already won.
Wow.
And so we as a Prairie View A&M nation, we got to learn that winning is expected and that we just move on.
That's right. You got to move on to the next week. We're stacking weeks. So let me ask you this then. Just a few things that I saw from my perspective, and I'm sure there are probably other people that are asking about this. It seemed like penalties were like this this massive aspect. Kind of explain your thoughts on that.
Yeah, the penalties didn't become an issue till the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I thought we had done a good job throughout the game. What became an issue to begin the game was we just looked like we wasn't ready to play. And so we didn't get penalized. We just got hit again and again and again defensively. Right. And then we couldn't move the ball on offense. We looked really stale. We looked dry.
Yes.
And so we needed to get it together. And then we got all the way down to the goal line 4 tries and didn't get in. I mean, so that's one of those deals to where that wasn't no penalty. That was us.
Right.
And so the penalties did become an issue in the fourth quarter.
So let me ask you this. Now, I did see a spark. It came from Tevin Carter. Mm-hmm. He came in, I don't know if it just jolted the team, but something happened, a switch happened. What caused you to say, okay, we need to make this switch?
Yeah, I think people notice when we switch quarterbacks because it's the quarterback, right? But we made a lot of changes on that offense coming out of the half because we needed to do something different.
Yeah.
Man, everybody wants to talk about the quarterback situation. We're going to play the best guys that are focused on winning the game that day. As the head football coach, man, I got a responsibility to make sure we win that day.
Okay.
And so we're not afraid to make some changes. We thought we needed some different players in the game, which we had about 5 different players in the game on that series that we went down and actually got a score. And so it wasn't just the quarterback. That's the most noticeable. But we needed to make some changes overall, and that's what we did.
So another thing I wanted to make sure, and Jalen, feel free to be able to jump in if you want to, but I have to ask you this. What did you gather about the teams, especially when they were down? The team's toughness, the physical toughness, and the mental toughness. What is your outlook on that?
Yeah, the one thing that's been consistent in the 2 games is our guys are resilient. Like, they'll come and fight back.
Yeah.
What I'm looking to see is why we just can't fight in the beginning and just put them away and not have to fight back.
Right.
Let's just go fight.
Right.
And be the bully.
Right.
And,
initially.
Initially. Yeah. And maybe we blow them out. How about that? It sounds a little bit better to me instead of getting to the fourth quarter with a 1-point game.
That's right, because you always find yourself playing from behind.
Absolutely.
And some people can become immune to that, and that's just kind of how they'll start to play because they allow themselves to get behind so that they can have a reason to be able to get up.
Yeah, and that's not how we train.
Right.
We train to start fast. We haven't done that like we wanted to as yet. We've been able to come back, and you look at the second and third quarter of our games, we're lights out. Mm-hmm. Not offensively, but defensively, we're lights out.
Yes.
And we've had to adjust to the speed of that game was a little bit different, to be quite honest. You could feel it. You could see it as a coach on the sideline. Mm-hmm. So it took us some time to adjust to the speed of the game. We've got to get that out of our system. We've got to come to the game fast. This week is going to be even faster.
Right.
And so we got to get that done and get ready to go.
Right. Well, I mean, that's a good segue.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the questions that I had, you answered in your explanation. Yeah. I guess the biggest difference is throughout this week during practice, have you noticed a change in your players' mindset? Specifically in relation to the first quarter, you mentioned how y'all are kind of slow to get to the ball. I kind of want to know if you have made any changes or any just like mindset. Have you just noticed a shift in your players?
Yeah, when I left the game Saturday, it's a long ride down 290. I cut all the music off. I didn't feel like I deserved to listen to any music that day. And you just had those thoughts, right? Like, what can you do different? And we were begging to get back on the field on Sunday because we knew we needed to do some things different. So we've started practice differently. We've changed the way we practice a little bit to get guys moving a little bit faster, to get some faster looks. We're doing whatever we need to do in order. We're not just going to sit and wait till week 6 and make an adjustment. We see a problem, we went to fix it right away.
Well, this leads me into this, Coach. I gotta be able to just figure out this same way. We got Rice University this weekend. Mm-hmm. Let's move away from the loss. Talk about this weekend. What are your goals that you see in that team this week?
Yeah, it's funny because you do all these production deals during the week, right? With ESPN, and they go, well, Coach, y'all are a little lesser opponent. And I'm like, we ain't no lesser opponent than nobody.
Right.
We have to get ready to go win a football game. I don't care if it's Rice or the University of Mashed Potato, whatever it might be. Like, we got to go win a football game, man.
That's right.
And so we fear nobody. We understand that they have a really good football team. They got a really good coaching staff. Their head coach came from a small college like I came from a small college. What's the difference? It's
Right.
Rice.
That's right.
It's Rice and it's Prairie View A&M.
That's right.
And we're both playing this weekend. And hopefully our guys are up and ready to go because it's an FBS opponent. But now, man, with the way football is, there is no more FBS and FCS. You
Right.
either got money or you don't. And
Either you have money or you don't.
It's the have and have-nots. And so we feel like we have a really good football team. We just need to go prove it on the field.
Got it. Man.
In our home opener, we had an amazing turnout in the student section. What is your message to Panther Nation heading into Rice game, since it's only down the street?
Yeah, we want you to come there too. we want you to, I didn't get a chance to go through the hallways on a bullhorn today like I did last week, but anytime we're playing close and locally, we want our people to be there. I will say I was very proud of our students for coming. I don't put a lot of stock in the grown people, man. They're grown people. They already got jobs and lives. Yeah. But the student body, we put a lot of stock into.
That's right.
And we went through the hallways last week. We asked our players to ask them to come out and support. And I looked up there, and there was a whole bunch of students up there. So thank you to those guys for coming to the game. We look forward to them continue to support us all season.
Man, listen, y'all keep it locked right here. Tell you what, the Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show, right here, Prairie View A&M University, PV Nation. Y'all hold tight. We'll be right back.
It means pushing past every limit on the field, on the court, and in the classroom.
Gifts to the Panther Athletic Fund help make that possible. From scholarships to equipment, your support fuels our success.
Thank you to all the Panther Athletic Fund donors.
Thank you for believing in us and supporting Panther Athletics.
And we're back, y'all, to the Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show. Joining us is our now new head coach of Prairie View A&M University baseball, Coach Daniel Dulin. Coach, welcome to the show, man.
Appreciate it, man. Glad to be here.
Man, I'm excited. Jalen, go ahead and jump out there. Let's get him acquainted with us.
Well, Coach, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming out. I had the pleasure of talking to Coach yesterday on my personal show, On the Set with Panther Vision, where you can find on PV Athletics YouTube page. But, Coach, my question for you tonight is, you bring a fresh new energy to the baseball program here at PV. What first drew you to Prairie View?
Oh, man, the people. Again, I've coached in this league before, and, you talk to people, what's it like over there? Obviously, you do your homework, you know what I'm saying? But the people, our AD is top-notch. Administrators, everybody, I can go on and on and on, but it starts with the people. You got to enjoy who you're going to work with and who you work for. So the people drew me to it first, and after that, weather, location, you name it, I love it. I'm all about it.
Right. And
I love it. Go ahead.
sorry. My follow-up question for you would be, you brought a whole new coaching staff with you.
Yeah.
What is your guys' vision for the baseball program?
Championship program. We want to win championships. We want to compete for championships year in, year out. Now, everybody says that. Obviously, it's going to be a process. For me, it was getting my staff to share that vision with me. We have a lot of potential. Potential is a scary word, right? Everybody says that. But when you talk about baseball, the school, our facility that we have now, the recruiting area that we have. Houston up to Dallas to San Antonio, but even just Houston itself in terms of the recruiting, it's very fertile. So the staff, I brought it with me. I've got my pitching coach in the house with me tonight. They all share my vision. We can do really big things here.
Wow. So I want to make sure we get a chance to talk about fall ball.
Yeah.
What are your expectations? What does the year look like? How do you feel about the team? And what is that you're trying to shape as your legacy for PV baseball?
Well, the first thing we had to do is we got to come in and we got to establish who we are, what that's going to look like.
Okay.
So, how we practice, how we look. And when I say look, like, what we're going to wear. Like, what's my branding going to look like?
That's right.
So to speak. It's establishing that verbiage, terminology. The game's been played the same way, and I'm not reinventing the wheel, but I say it one way as opposed to, how somebody else might say it. So just establishing that. Our guys are working hard already. You know, we in individual workouts right now, so we'll do this for a little while. Then we'll get into team practice. But the whole goal for the fall is just establishing what myself and our coaching staff want this thing to look like.
So do you feel like your relationship, your recruiters for baseball, your relationship with a lot of players that are coming out of high school or transferring or whatever, how do you feel like the recruiting is going to go as it relates to you all?
I mean, I feel like it's going to go really good because, again, we got a lot to offer.
Yeah.
You know, Prairie View, the school, you're talking about a degree from Prairie View takes you a long way.
That's right.
When you talk about the facilities we have, from the weight room to the field, to the housing situation, I mean, you bring a kid from a junior college that's played out in the middle of nowhere, and then you bring them to Prairie View and you show them, you know,
Right.
the dorms, like, they like, we got this?
Right.
Like, I did that myself walking around. And I went to junior college, so I know what that feels like.
Right.
But no, man, I feel good about what we're looking for on the recruiting trail. You know, I got a specific body type and skill set that we like, and so, you know, I mess around with my staff, you know. We're trying to get a little bit more physical and that sort of thing. But, nah, man, we're excited to be here and definitely going to attack the recruiting trail for real.
Okay, I'm excited about it. You
Well,
know?
we have a while into the 2026 season. What can Panther Nation do right now to just support the PV baseball program?
Yeah, well, for one, I think that goes both ways. We got to connect with our fans, connect with the community. You know, show them who we are, what we're about. Obviously, you'll see us out and about recruiting and at high school games and that sort of thing. But for me, I asked the fans to show up. You know, I heard Coach Jack talk about that a couple of weeks ago. Show up. Same way on the baseball side of things.
That's right.
We want people to pack the stands. We were trying to come up in the office the other day of a motto. You know, our field's the tank.
Yeah.
So we were trying to come up with a slogan: "Fill the tank" or "Crank the tank." Something.
That's right.
But yeah, show up.
So listen, y'all, Coach Daniel Dulin, new head coach here at Prairie View A&M University baseball. Listen, whatever you do, you make sure y'all get out, support, be listening up when the games are going to start. Fall ball is getting ready to start, so you're going to get them all ready. But in the meantime, and in between time, we'll be back with the Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show. Y'all sit tight. Be right back.
Prairie View A&M University, excellence isn't just a word, it's our legacy. A legacy nearly 150 years in the making. You see it in our nationally ranked programs, groundbreaking research, and in our nearly 90,000 proud alumni transforming communities across the globe. Prairie View A&M University. Changemakers are bred here. Pioneers emerge here. Excellence lives here. Your brilliance belongs here. Start your journey at pvamu.edu.
That's right, y'all. We're back. The Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show. Right here, PV Nation, I want to let you know something. No matter what, remember our sponsors. A big thank you again. Mustang Cat. We want to make sure we get a chance to shout you out for all the power needs, all your construction. Trust Mustang Cat to get the job done. Got to make sure you talk about this, Coach. You've talked all season about one team approach. Offense, defense, special teams. What does that look like in action during this coming weekend?
Yeah, when we get off that bus and walk in that stadium together, that's how we got to play together. You know, people use the term complementary football. I just want to play football.
Play football.
Football simply says that the most aggressive team that makes the least mistakes will win the game. We want to be that.
Wow.
In all three phases of the game, we're looking to improve. We challenged our team this week on improving. The word of the week this week was work.
Right.
The way you improve is by just going to work.
Right.
And so we're looking forward to seeing that show up on Saturday night.
You know what's unique, JC? You know, I know one thing she and I talk about off camera is just being able to understand the language of football. So she's a highly interested student in sports, but in football, here's a unique aspect. Those gentlemen know how to play football. But what sometimes happens, and Coach, you can probably elaborate on this, sometimes what happens is they overthink. They're trying to do, you know, so much of what, you know, you told them to look out for, or their coaches and their position coaches told them to look out for, and they're overthinking, so they're not playing football. Mm-hmm. Right? And you want them to play football. This is a sport they played since they were young. They're grown up in it, and now they get to play it under a level where they eventually probably want to go to that next level.
Absolutely.
Can you kind of talk to us about that, how sometimes they overthink?
Yeah, sometimes we might overcoach. You know what I mean? Like, it starts and ends with that. Like, we got to get them prepared, but sometimes we can put them in ghost mode. We can start chasing these ghosts that ain't there. Hey, well, what if they do this, then they do this, and then what if, and be ready for, you know, you can start doing that to them, and you confuse them more than you coach them, right? Here's what we know. Energy, execution, and enthusiasm, those are required. Those are required in order to play our game at a high level. And then we need our guys to be able to play fast. Well, you can't play fast if you're confused.
Right.
And so we want to make sure that they accomplish their goals. We want them to have fun, but we do talk to them about fun as in winning.
Yeah.
You can come back to 50-15 Saturday night and when you beat Rice and come spend all your little refund check up in here and be ready for practice on Sunday, right? So we want them to have good fun, but, man, the fun is in winning.
It is. It's not a good feeling to lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coach, I want to ask you quickly, what should the Panther Nation be looking for this week, specifically in terms of your defense?
Yeah, hopefully, you know, we're seeing an offense that's different. Like, they're going to be downhill run game, have an option element to it. We don't see that with anybody else on our schedule. And so hopefully you see a physical defense getting on and off blocks, running to the football, tackling well. When they make mistakes and put the ball on the ground, we got to come up with them. We got to get them to turn the ball over. That comes by them making a mistake and us hitting with velocity. And so hopefully you see some guys rally to the ball and stopping the run. It's going to happen over and over again. This ain't going to be one of them fun ones where the ball go up 50 times. This is going to be a grind. It's going to be physical. And I'm looking forward to see if we answer that bell.
So it's very important that they start fast, right?
Absolutely.
And do you think that sometimes that psyche, say for instance, they start fast and they get ahead, does it affect their psyche to end up not, you know, to being a little bit complacent?
If they stay programmed, they'll start fast, stay fast, and finish faster than that. And so if they can do those things, then you never have to worry about the laws in the game, right?
Yeah.
Just start fast, stay fast. We get to the fourth quarter, put our fours up, finish faster than that. And so our guys, we're training our guys on how not to allow that to seep in, that seeking comfort. We're up.
Right.
You know, that can't leave.
Yeah, that's toxic.
That's it. We just got to keep our head down. Every game is like what we tell our guys about the season. We're not going to know what we are until the end. So just keep your head down, keep working, keep grinding. We're not going to know if we won the game until the very end. We're not going to know what our record was this season until the very end.
That's right.
And so just keep working.
Keep working. I like that. And for y'all, keep watching. Check it out. We got our final thoughts coming up next. Whatever you do, the Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show. We'll be right back, y'all.
We're keeping it 100. The 100th Anniversary State Fair Classic, Saturday, September 27th at the world's largest fair. Enjoy the Southern Soul pregame concert on the Chevy main stage. Then Grambling State versus Prairie View A&M. The halftime show, world-famed, versus the Marching Storm. And the post-game concert, TLC, at State Fair Classic. Tickets at Ticketmaster and all usual ticket outlets.
You are him. Like him, you want to be your best. Your Houston Methodist Sports Medicine team uses the latest treatment and technology to keep you strong. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Once again, we're back, y'all, the Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show. Listen, Coach Jackson, I'm going to jump right into it, man. I want to peel back the curtain just a little bit. What makes this particular group of young men that you have so special?
Yeah, I think, you know, we're dealing with this new wave of college football and college athletics in general. Got 105 guys that they all had to come together extremely quickly.
Okay.
We're not the staff that's been there or the program that's been there in working for 3 years together. We've been here 9 months. And so a lot of our guys, about 40 or 50 of our guys, they didn't get there until May 29th. And so we're about 6 weeks old.
Still jelly.
As a collective together. In the summer, we can only do so much with them, so they were with each other more than we were with them as coaches. And so really, what makes them special is the fact that these guys go to work every single day. They don't complain unless it's hot. If they are complaining, it's because it's hot. But they love being around each other. Mm-hmm. They take coaching, and we coach them extremely hard. And then they keep showing up, which is not normal for today's young person.
That's right.
A lot of them don't show up when
Lay
things
down,
get hard.
stay down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we think we have a really good collective. We don't call them a team, we call them a collective.
Right.
And we think that this collective is really talented, and they'll start to really show here in the coming weeks. And so we're excited about it because we see them working behind the scenes.
Well, let me tell you just from an observation, I love how you interact with them.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're progressive with them, but you're stern about what you want from them.
Yep.
Almost to the point of where they start to recognize that they're better than what they're putting out.
Yeah.
When you demand more from them, it's not just you being a certain way, it's you being exactly how you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit and what actually pulls that out of you?
Man, it's like raising kids. And these guys are like my kids, man. And so, I always call our players kids. And one day somebody got on me about, they're men, they're not. Well, a lot of them still on their mama's cell phone bill. So they're kids. Like, let's get this straight, right? A lot of them still, they don't get mail at their house.
Right.
They don't get real bills. So they're kids.
Right.
That's their dependents. They're on somebody's taxes. So they're still kids. But when you get an opportunity to mold kids, and you get an opportunity to teach them how to be men. And so we say we take them from young men to grown men, right?
Right.
But man, our guys, I love our guys. Our coaches love our guys.
Yeah.
Man, so it's no different. They get the same treatment that my daughter got. And my daughter's in the building now. So she tells them, y'all think he do the same thing to me? He's like this way all the time, right? But you get a chance to be stern with them, be on them, and then you get a chance to go around the corner and hug them. And tell them when they do a good job. Now, we always say we don't clap for the mailman. The mailman's supposed to deliver the mail.
That's right.
But when you do something extraordinary, we let you know that because we don't think it's a lot of people telling young people when they do a good job.
Right.
A lot of pressure on these guys. I got a lot of guys taking care of their mama. And they're not ready to do that. And so there's a lot of people that are dependent upon our players. 23 dads on this roster. These guys got kids.
Wow.
Some of them got 2 kids. And so we're teaching a lot, man. It's more than just ball.
Right.
We're teaching them how to grow their families. And we always tell them, you might not understand what we're saying right now, but later on you'll understand.
Wow.
And so it's been really, this coaching thing is a ministry for us, man.
That's right.
And so it's really been good.
That's right.
Right. We always highlight your collective as a whole, but I would like to get to know them on a more personal level. Has there anybody who has stepped up, have shown a strong leadership amongst the team?
Yeah, Josiah Rockwell. He's a receiver. He's our leading receiver right now. Rock don't say too much, man. He's just kind of quiet and go about his business, but he speaks loudly on the football field.
Wow.
Really good guy. He got up during camp and told us his personal story. He's got a really unique story. From where he came from with his family situation, and for him to be progressing toward a degree and now transferred to us from Sam Houston, and now he's playing extremely well. We look forward to his continual growth. We got a guy on defense named Malik Nutaki.
Nutaki.
It looks like goo cake. And so for a couple of weeks, I call that joker goo cake. But his name is Nutaki. He's Fijian. And, man, this dude's dad died while we were in camp. And went to a regular doctor's appointment and died. That dude flew to the funeral, came back and scrimmaged. Like, it was wild.
Wow.
You got people in today's world that go in the tank for 2 weeks for an ear infection.
Yeah.
Man, this dude's dad died.
Right.
And he wanted to get back to the
Had
team,
a sense
man.
of resilience.
Yeah. And so we got some stories like that. Those are 2 guys that stand out. I just saw them as I was leaving the field, so it makes sense for me to recall those. But there's several guys that I hope our fans and our alums get to know. We got a lot of guys with degrees, too. That are going to need jobs. So we're going to be highlighting those guys. If we can get them jobs, I can ask them for money later on.
That's right. That's right, because it circles back. Look, man, y'all sit tight. We're going to be right back, man. We got a little bit more to talk with Coach. But whatever you do, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Go to the YouTube page. If you're already on it, you know what to do. PBAMU Athletics. We'll be right back.
Prairie View A&M University Athletics, we're building champion student athletes and a championship culture.
It's a culture of excellence in how we compete, how we graduate, and how we show up in our community.
Your gift to the Panther Athletic Fund makes it all possible, from scholarships to equipment, academics, and recruitment.
Join us, help us build champions, help us build championship culture, and give today.
All right, y'all, we're back. The Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show. Listen, whatever you do, whatever y'all do out in the world, whatever you do, make sure you lock and load for this YouTube page, PVAMU Athletics. Subscribe, like, share. Most of all, make your comments, because we always want to make sure we get a chance to read those comments so we can address something on the next week. Now, Coach, you got any final thoughts before we get ready to close out?
Yeah, looking forward to a really good game at Rice. Hopefully this game starts on time. The last 2 weeks we played, we haven't started on time yet. So we'll bring some extra Crustables for the locker room in case it doesn't. But we're looking forward to showing up against what I really think Rice is a really good football team. They're 1-1 like us. They got a new staff like us, a lot of similarities. But they got a lot of guys that played for them, played a lot of football over time. That's right. And they run a different style. So it's a new thing for us. We're looking forward to seeing our fans. I know our band will be there, and we'll have a lot of support. But, you know, it's Houston. That's so we should always show up.
We should be showing up.
Yep.
That's right. So, Panther Nation, 6 p.m., Rice Stadium, right here, Houston, Texas. Whatever you do, get your purple and gold on. You need to be in the building. Don't be talking about it and not be there. Be about it. We want to make sure we see y'all in the building. JC.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow PV Athletics on social media at PVAMU Panthers on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then subscribe to the PV Athletics YouTube channel and hit that bell so you don't miss a notification or an episode.
So, y'all, this has been the Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show. I am Carl Mays. My co-host over here, JC. Whatever you do, follow Tremaine Jackson. Keep up with us during the week. And what I know you need to do is make sure you keep it locked. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Do everything I would. That's right, y'all. The Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show, where Panther talks back. Panther Nation, get ready to hear it straight from the source. A new voice, a new vision, a new era in Prairie View A&M University football has arrived. The Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show, where Panther football talks back. I'm your host, Carl King Mays, and every week this fall, I will be sitting down with head coach Tremaine Jackson, along with student co-host Jalen J.C. Cole, to bring you exclusive insight, game breakdowns, and powerful conversations straight from the Hill. Catch every episode on the PVAMU Athletics YouTube channel starting August 22nd at 12 noon and dropping weekly throughout the football season. So subscribe now, smash that bell icon, and be the first to hear the coach himself. He'll be raw, he'll be real, and ready for the spotlight. This is the Tremaine Jackson Coaches Show, where Panther football talks back.